Meu nome é Wagner, sou fotógrafo e cinegrafista, viciado em adrenalina. Nunca fui um cara de ficar parado num lugar só. Um dia, com certeza, eu vou poder dizer que vi uma boa parte desse mundão.
Meu nome é Bárbara, sou jornalista e produtora. Sempre soube que a vida de escritório não era pra mim, até que tivemos a ideia de vender tudo e sair pelo mundo. Sorte que eu encontrei um cara tão louco quanto eu, que topou viver comigo os melhores momentos da vida.
Nova Zelândia, África, Brasil, Amsterdã, Bangkok, Tailândia, China, Haiti, Vietnã, rodando o mundo inteiro, melhores momentos da vida, rodando o mundo inteiro, melhores momentos da vida.
Antes de chegarmos na Croácia, tudo o que sabíamos sobre o país vinha dos noticiários. A sangrenta Guerra da Independência, que durou de 91 a 95, e sua posterior separação da Iugoslávia. Mais de 20 mil pessoas morreram no conflito que durou quase 5 anos. Mas isso são águas do passado. Hoje não se fala sobre o assunto. Depois de 2 décadas de estabilidade política e crescimento econômico, a Croácia entrou para a União Europeia em 2013 e se tornou o destino mais badalado do verão europeu. O país recebeu só em 2018 18 milhões e meio de turistas, um número 3 vezes maior do que o Brasil recebe. Todos querem conhecer a costa do Mar Adriático. Águas cristalinas e paisagens intactas com pouca intervenção humana. São essas as principais características da costa dálmata, que tem mais de 1.000 ilhas, das quais 66 são habitadas. Há ilhas para todos os gostos, para quem quer relaxar e para quem busca cidades antigas que parecem ter saído da época medieval. Para essas, não há outro lugar como Dubrovnik. Um dos nossos melhores conselhos: ande com um local. Simplesmente porque um local sabe como é viver na cidade, se adaptar aos costumes, para onde ir, onde comer ou ficar. Com isso em mente, encontramos Ante, um croata nascido e criado em Dubrovnik. Ele nos buscou cedo para um passeio a bordo de um tuk-tuk, veículo conhecido nosso de longa data da Tailândia e que vem ficando cada vez mais popular na Europa.
I had the world to give you, baby. I don't even have the time to tell you bedtime stories or to chase away the monsters from your mind.
So now, at the moment, we are going to visit our local market that is located in the port of Gruj. This is the place where a lot of villagers that are coming outside the city of Dubrovnik, some 20-30 kilometers outside of the city. They are coming here every morning to offer their goods, everything what they are preparing. And normally the things that you can find here are organic. The people that are living on the villages outside, they are the ones who are growing their own fruits, vegetables, and normally they come here to sell their goods. Also what we can find here, marmalade, honey, olive oil, lavender, some things that are typical for the area of Dubrovnik, and some of the local sweets. My early beginnings now, I'm 32 years old, and as I remember of my existence, I was coming here to always to have something to eat.
Gente, minha mãe tá enlouquecida vendo essas coisas todas. Ela chegou ontem, né? Ah lá, tá comprando, já fez a feira toda aqui. Vai fazer um rango pra gente. Vai ser show, né? Comer a comidinha dela mais tarde. Ela tá ali, só na negociação ali.
What I like the most? What do you mean? About the city or about?
The place, yeah, about living here.
Everything is somehow relaxed. I like the people here. I like the nature. It's very beautiful, and here is my home. This everything for me. My family, my cousins, my friends. When you need help, everybody is willing to help. In 5 minutes, somebody is going to be there to help you. I like the way of life in Dubrovnik. Sometimes I have to be honest, during the main season, June, July and August, when there is a lot of people, it's not easy, but still we are grateful that the people are coming here, since we are living from tourism. We know how bad it was during the war, after the war, when nobody was coming, and today we are grateful that people are coming. And the things that I don't like that the prices are going high up to the skies. I don't like that not a lot of people, but some of the people are only chasing the numbers and the money. I think this is not the point of life. We are all going to die, and it doesn't matter how many zeros you have on the account. We are going to end up under the ground. This is how it is, and this is why I don't see a point.
You don't agree, yeah.
But this is how it is. Not only in Dubrovnik, but all over the world.
All over the world.
Antes nos levou a um Secret Point, um lugar fantástico. A gente pôde ver toda a Dubrovnik de cima e aproveitamos para colocar o drone para voar.
So now we are on the main entrance to the city, which is called Pela Gate. Every day we can see a lot of people that are entering this way. When we want to speak about Dubrovnik and Dubrovnik rich history, we need to go all the way back to the 7th century, because the first people that came here to Dubrovnik, they were Romans, and the Romans arrived in the 7th century. First of all, they took the south part of the city. Back then, the south part of the city was a rocky island. Today, what we have as a main street called Stradun was a sea channel that divided the island on the south side from a mainland on the north side. So the first people, Romans, they took over the south side. They built a small settlement which was called Ragusa. And Ragusa is the first name of Dubrovnik.
Baby should say that I no longer lead the way. I miss how close we used to be. I'm skeptical about you and me. And when I hear your pace behind, like a whisper in my mind.
Mas este local, que já resistiu a terremotos e às bombas lançadas na guerra pela independência da Croácia no início dos anos 90, agora precisa lidar com o volume sustentável de turistas que chegam à cidade na alta temporada, atraídos também por conhecer a locação da premiadíssima série Game of Thrones. Depois da estreia da série, o número anual de turistas mais que dobrou, de 450 mil para mais de 1 milhão. O excesso de visitantes gera um efeito Disneylândia. É comum cruzar com excursões enormes. As ruas estreitas ficam lotadas e parece haver nelas só visitantes, além de vendedores, guias e funcionários de hotéis e restaurantes. A gente sempre tenta não passar na frente das pessoas que estão tirando fotografias, mas aqui em Dubrovnik é praticamente impossível.
So when we speak about Dubrovnik today, I have to be honest and I have to tell you that Dubrovnik changed a lot in the last 10 years. So today in the old town of Dubrovnik you cannot see a lot of locals. The locals that you can see in the city are the ones that are working here or the ones that are living here. Before the war, after the war, before this big tourism thing started, what we had in the old town of Dubrovnik, we had more than 5,000 people that used to live here. All the shops were here, everything was here. So if you needed to buy something, you needed to come from different parts of the city to buy something here. Today it's a different story. What we have in the city, we have souvenir shops, we have restaurants, then once again a lot of souvenir shops and restaurants. So basically there is not a lot of people that are living today in the city. We only have around 600 locals that are living here in the city. It's not easy to live in the city of Dubrovnik, old town I mean, because all the things that you need to buy, they are a bit more expensive. So if you need to buy groceries, you need to go outside the city walls. When you return back, it's very difficult to find the parking spot. You need to wait 30-40 minutes to find the parking spot, and when you finally found the parking spot, you need to carry everything in your hands. Take a look at the steps. A lot of steps here, you know, all together in the old town of Dubrovnik we have more than 4,300 steps. And it's not an easy task, especially for the older people, older generations. So this is one nice fast food which is called Barba. This is not typical restaurant, typical place in Dubrovnik. It's a special place where you can taste some of the nice local specialties, like octopus burger, like I don't know, different kinds of fish, small fried fish, like prawns, you know, tempura prawns, and it's really nice place. And every time when I have a chance, when I have a time, I love to come here to taste some of the local specialties.
A parada é um absurdo. Chegou uma mesa enorme aqui pra gente, hambúrguer de polvo, algumas lulas fritas e aquele peixinho que a gente tem no Brasil, que eu não sei o nome, é muito bom. Não é sardinha, mas é muito bom. A mesa é enorme, o rango parece ser maravilhoso, eu ainda não provei, vou provar agora. Mas tá com uma cara ótima.
Gente, bom dia! Hoje a gente vai fazer uma coisa completamente diferente de tudo que a gente já fez em qualquer lugar do mundo. A gente vai fazer um tour para visitar os cenários da série Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones tornou-se uma presença difícil de ignorar no centro histórico. A série passou a ser filmada na cidade em 2011. Nas vielas e construções de estilo gótico, renascentista e barroco, foram gravadas cenas emblemáticas. Atualmente, há lojas inteiras dedicadas ao programa da emissora HBO. E fãs da série vêm para a cidade para conhecer pessoalmente os locais de gravação das cenas-chave. A gente conheceu o Robert, um local que trabalhou como figurante durante as filmagens e hoje organiza um tour pela cidade.
Under your endless glory, you're my inside.
How that happened, not sure, but when they came here, it's quite obvious why they chose it and they decided to remain here, because we are living in one of the most, maybe the best preserved medieval city in Europe. And Game of Thrones is a fantasy, obviously, but it is strongly based on European medieval as a theme, where the fantasy is set in. And this city being one of the best representatives of that period, it makes sense, and it's so well preserved, it's authentic, it's scenic, it's picturesque, and offers so many good sights, spots and angles. And as the directors, producers, writers said many times in many different videos that you can find in interviews of their own, they said wherever you come in Dubrovnik, wherever you point camera to, you can fit a certain scene, something works for a certain scene that they have in mind.
How did I get trapped inside your light? And now it's as dark as the cold black night. Where are you?
I heard there were castings for extras that you can go and participate and maybe be part of the making of the show. So I went to these castings, went to multiple castings, and got casted for a few times, and been there on the set, which is pretty interesting experience being there, because you can watch all of these behind the camera videos and making of videos and certain stuff, but they never show you the real atmosphere and how things on the set actually look like. You only experience that by spending a day or a few days on the set. You're still part of something pretty big and pretty cool, and getting a chance to exchange a few words with actors now and then, to maybe shake their hands, to meet them, and to see yourself on a screen somewhere in the background, something like that. It is pretty cool experience. I like that I did it for.
It's fun.
Yeah. I had 3 appearances on screen. Yeah.
It's all together us, and now it's all together us.
People often think when it comes to filming Game of Thrones around here that Dubrovnik is King's Landing and that's it. Not correct. Now, of course, King's Landing is the biggest part of the filming, most famous, maybe even most important if you want to scale importance of these places, but it's not the only one. There is so much. It's not like when they're filming that they're closing down entire city or something like that. That doesn't happen. They move section by section, area by area. Every time when we are doing some stairs, I'm always gonna have a great reason to take you to the top of those stairs. So feel free to be really happy as we are doing. Be like, yeah, we're gonna see something awesome. Be like, yeah, we are doing stairs. Something great is up here.
Carry alone mistakes and regrets. I left them today. The big green mountains will take my pain.
Later, you see, overall geography of the show versus geography of real life doesn't really match. People will be teleporting, buildings will be changing positions, and you will see a lot of weird stuff. So forget about continuity right away. Good. And the first scene I would like to show you is one of the weird ones. Do you remember riots when Joffrey was attacked in the street by peasants? Yeah? Didn't happen here. Happened in the city. And during that scene, they will run away through certain doors, and those doors will teleport them here. This is portal number 1. He took cover against this wall. Joffrey was standing right there. Gold cloaks were hitting a couple of peasants in this corner. And this is one very short scene, but I love it because Tyrion slapped Joffrey.
To sing along. Sing along.
Our tourism, with start of Game of Thrones, did grow, but it grew before as well. It grew constantly for some 20 years now, and it's just hard to separate this growth that is ongoing in Game of Thrones era and before. So I'm living in this. When I was a kid, we were in the war. This city was empty. It was devastated. No one here, nothing here. And then few people came, then more, and I'm living in that process for 20 years. So for me, it's hard to separate. First of all, Game of Thrones, it cannot be only Game of Thrones that caused this entire growth. It had to be alongside other factors that influenced our tourism.
Can you tell me, please, I would like to know the other factors.
So the other factors pretty much are safety. Safety in our country, which we are one of the safest countries in Europe, and Dubrovnik one of the safest cities in Europe with almost non-existing crime. Our competition had certain issues. In tourism there is a competition. This Mediterranean circle, for example, almost everybody experienced certain type of problems. Like Greece had issues with riots and changing governments, and banks were closed, and you couldn't use money, couldn't use ATMs, so their tourism dropped a lot. Now rebuilding, but they had a bad period. These geopolitical things do influence movement of travelers. Those areas, they're suddenly searching for new spots, and when you take that, a lot of places lost big numbers, a lot of them chose Croatia. Then there was Game of Thrones. Then we joined European Union, which brought us closer to whoever or whatever. It's more of a feel than anything realistic. We were open country, everybody could come and live for like 40 years, 50 years. We are super open place, but people feel like we are more open by being part of European Union or something like.
galera, aqui foi a cena que a Cersei foi andando, aquela cena do shame, que ela foi andando e as pessoas foram tacando coisa nela, as pessoas na rua. Foi uma cena bem impactante, uma cena bem forte. E ele contou o seguinte, que a galera aqui teve que fechar as lojas, né? Porque como é que ia filmar? Então eles pagaram para todo mundo fechar as lojas e, na verdade, eles ganharam muito mais por um dia de filmagem do que eles ganhariam vendendo os produtos com as lojas abertas. Então, para eles foi bom, foi bem lucrativo participar dessa cena.
These were not stolen from the set. These are replicas of the stuff used on the set. It's real steel and they could make a lot of damage, so let's be careful with these, okay? Long claw, Jon Snow's sword, Brienne's oath keeper.
Nós curtimos muito Dubrovnik. A beleza impactante e o clima medieval que dá a sensação de que a gente foi teletransportado para uma outra época. É certo que a cidade enfrenta todos os problemas trazidos pelo turismo em massa. Problemas compartilhados por muitos dos lugares mais belos do mundo. Mas Dubrovnik é uma cidade que resiste a adversidades há séculos. Ninguém nunca destruiu e certamente nem o fará.
Hora de seguir estrada. Finalmente iríamos conhecer as tão famosas ilhas croatas. Pegamos um catamarã que levou 1 hora até o porto de Supetar, a cidade portuária da ilha de Brac. Do porto, pegamos mais 1 hora de ônibus até o norte da ilha, até chegarmos a Bol.
Pronto, chegamos, gente. Essa é a nossa casa durante 4 dias agora. Esse hotelzinho na ilha de Bol. A gente tem uma vista bem bonita daqui, da praia, da piscina e tal.
I came from the mud. There's dirt on my hands. Strong like a tree. There's roots where I stand. Oh, I've been running from the law. Hope they won't shoot me down soon. Catch me howling at the moon.
Bom, estava em nossa lista de desejos desde que vimos uma foto da sua tão famosa praia Zlatni-Hat. Provavelmente você já viu uma foto dela pela internet. Um fenômeno natural da região formou uma ponta de areia que se estende mar adentro por mais de 500 metros e tem um enorme formato de V, que parece um chifre. Por conta desse visual, a praia ganhou esse nome que significa chifre dourado na língua local. Ficamos num hotel muito bem localizado a poucos passos da tão sonhada praia. Foram dias de puro relaxamento e recarga de baterias total.
A long time ago in a club far, far away.
Hello, my name is Elvira, work in this restaurant. I was born on the island. I love to live here. We have very good fish and meat which we do prepare on open grill with a special wood which grows only on the island. Also seafood is very good here.
Então, galera, a gente acabou de chegar aqui no restaurante deles que eles têm na praia. Um restaurante maneiríssimo, bem de frente pra praia. Muito irado. Agora é só curtir o Paraíso.
Engraçado que enquanto quase todas as pessoas ao nosso redor reclamam que o tempo está passando rápido demais, pra gente não está. Será que nossa percepção da velocidade do tempo está diretamente ligada às escolhas que fazemos e ao número de novas experiências que estamos vivendo, talvez no futuro, quando não seja mais possível preencher nosso tempo com experiências tão ricas, a vida volte a passar rápido pra gente. No momento, só temos uma enorme gratidão pelo tempo estar sendo tão generoso conosco.
House music.